Hi Pisces, how are you? So the purpose of this spread is to kind of get a grasp of where you are standing, thoughts, ideas, actions, okay, with respect to your love life. This is your partner. This is your person, okay? Your husband or wife, your ex-partner, somebody you just started dating that you're interested in. Whoever is the person who's on your mind when you're watching this, these energies relate to them. Then we have challenge, benefit, outcome. Challenge, benefit, outcome. And then the overall energy for the week, and I didn't do these on a couple readings. I forgot to do the bottom of the card. Doesn't matter. Anyway, Four of Cups reversed. So with respect to your love life, Pisces, you don't have apathy towards your partner. Okay, there are feelings. You do care. In essence, love could be being offered to you, and it's something that you would be actually very excited about. So I'm going to put the bottom of the deck here. That's the overall energy. Now, let's talk about you. These cards kind of mirror each other too, so when I talk about your person or your partner, I'll reflect them and talk about how these two energies work together. We have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. You may, with respect to your love life, this is talking about the fact that there has been or is a need for decrease in work. You may have been working a lot and you're feeling exhausted and you're feeling like you need to take a break, you need to go on a vacation, something. All right. You could also have already done this. Maybe a big project is done and now you can start to breathe and get back to your normal schedule again. Okay, so either there is a break coming or you are really feeling like you need it. And that's impacting your love life. We also have the Six of Cups here reversed. This talks about a love partner, maybe this person. This could be talking about somebody else. This could be a current partner. This definitely resembles an ex-partner. This is talking about the fact that either you don't want them to come back or they don't want to come back. So there's not going to be any sort of reunion, at least not this week. Okay, keep in mind, this is a weekly reading. So whatever's going on in your person's life, if this is different than this, if you're cross-watching and you're worried, these two people can be different. Okay, they can also be the same. These can be mutually exclusive. I mean, these are mutually exclusive beings. And so, they might not want the ex-partner, they might not want you to come back, or you might not want to come back, but you still want to see where your energy is relating to them. Then we have the Empress card. So there may have been a break in work, or calming down in work, or a need for it. And then we have the Empress card. So with respect to your love life, Pisces, this is talking about a very warm and kind and energetic, not warm and kind, well, yeah, but more energetic and excited energy. It's very youthful. It could indicate a pregnancy or talk of children or being full of ideas, really. Okay? You may really need this break in work because you're working tirelessly. The Empress works tirelessly. Okay? She has obscene amounts of energy and she's just a huge go-getter, he or she. So you may be really excited to put this amount of energy into your new partner, into a partner, into your husband, into your wife. Okay? There's an excitement here. And there's the Star card. So there's this great essence of hope and belief and healing that's kind of the overall energy this week. Healing. Having faith in love, having belief in love, having belief in your partner, having belief in your connection. Okay? Even if this week they don't if you're talking about an ex-partner here, even if this week if they don't come back, or this week you don't feel like you want them to, you're still having faith and believing that it's going to work out for the better, even if it means you two are apart. Okay? You're believing that maybe I've been spending so much time at work and I need this break. I really need this break because I want to start putting energy into my relationship. I need to put energy into my relationship. Okay? This is kind of an interesting row for you, Pisces. But the good news is there's hope and there's belief and there's energy, youthful energy and ideas flowing about your love life. And again, there are too. We see that here with the Four of Cups reversed. You're excited. Excited to move forward. Excited to do something with your partner. Now, how your person is viewing your relationship or the connection between you two is the Judgment card. So they're feeling like is about to be or is a final judgment, a final outcome, or a renewal. So this is kind of interesting because one person, you might be thinking of a final outcome, we're done. They might be thinking final outcome, we're done. Okay? They might also be thinking of reuniting if we're talking about an ex-partner here. If we're talking about a current partner or long-term partner, then there's going to be they're thinking about reconnecting, and this is really has to do with the fact that maybe you've been extremely busy at work. And they're aware that there might be a lull in your work, so more energy can be put into the relationship. Because they're feeling this loss of passion. They're feeling it too. Even if we're not talking about an ex-partner here. This can also indicate, when this card's upright, warm nostalgia, happy feelings, happy memories. But when this is reversed, there's kind of a bad feeling here. Okay? It's almost as if there's like unfinished business. It doesn't mean there's going to be reconciliation. It doesn't mean there's going to be love or feelings or even passion. But it's almost this sense of there's unfinished business somewhere in the relationship. Okay? And maybe you're needing this break to reconnect. Okay? Page of Pentacles. We have the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Wands. So with your person, with your partner, with your ex-partner or love interest, this Page of Pentacles is talking about the fact that they are either thinking about communicating with you, but they might be a little afraid, but there's this slowness to this communication style. Slow, practical, methodical, all right? It's purposeful. It's real. It's trustworthy communication, and they're kind of thinking about it, but again, it's like, one, it's lacking this passion. Two, they don't really know if there's this renewal or if there's a final outcome where it's done. They're not sure. So they're kind of contemplating, do I reach out? How do I communicate? Where are there's a disconnect here. And I'm really coming back to the fact that it may be because you've been crazy busy at work. Ten of Wands. You have a couple wands here, so you could be dealing with a fire sign, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, you can also be dealing with a Libra, and you can also be dealing with an earth sign. The Ten of Wands indicates the fact that, one, they could be very aware that you are very busy, and they don't want to overburden you, especially with emotions. Two, this can talk about the fact that maybe there's slow communication because they may also be extremely busy. Okay, especially if we're dealing with a current partner or married, husband or wife. It's like you're busy, you're needing a break, or you just took a break, now they're busy, and it's like two ships kind of crossing in the night. But there's this overall sense of wanting to put energy in, having faith and hope, thinking about messages, maybe hoping for some sort of reconnecting, because you need this passion. They're needing this passion to come back. That could be something that's going on too. Now, Challenge is the Tower, and this talks about the fact that there were issues. Okay, so the fact that you, Pisces, are kind of not having the best feelings towards a person, it's because of this situation. Now with the Tower, yes, things break down and it's this tumultuous situation. Nobody's happy, but the purpose what I love about the Tower is it's only the 16th major arcana card. It's not a whole phase completion. We're getting to that point when we reach the 20th major arcana card, but this is only 16. There's still more cards to go to get to the end of the phase or start a new phase with a partner. So the purpose of the Tower is that it's like things break down so they can be rebuilt on a stronger foundation. But it doesn't mean that there's not hurt feelings and spoken words and frustration and anger and all that stuff that goes along with it. So the challenge here, if this is your current partner, or if you're thinking about an ex, or you know, something like that with respect to your love life, the challenge is that you've gone through this Tower position. So then how do you move forward? How do you rectify that? How do they rectify it? How do you both make each other feel comfortable again? Well, one good news, this is the benefit position. This is perfect. It's the Hangman reverse. This is actually your card, Pisces. So this really talks, and the fact that he's reversed means that this energy as the benefit, what will benefit the situation between you two, is to take action. Maybe not waiting for them to take action, but for you to actually take action. And then we have the Three of Pentacles reverse as your outcome. So this talks about, okay, the fact that, couple things, there may not be a third-party situation. There may not be a third-party situation anymore. Maybe that's what this Tower situation was about. It can also indicate the fact that, it can also talk about the fact that you guys don't need to be socializing and out in public together. Maybe you just need some quality time together. One-on-one. Okay, Three of Cups reversed. So there's not, so this can talk about not having social gatherings, not getting together with friends and family. Maybe there needs to be some, if you want to rectify this or soften this or reconnect with your partner, this benefit is saying that you taking the action will benefit the situation. And this is really saying, and I keep sensing it more as I look at this card, this is saying you guys need some one-on-one time, and that's not full of lighthearted social graces. Like, you need some serious one-on-one time. Okay, and again, I'm sensing that you really are wanting to do this because we have the Four of Cups reversed. All right, Pisces, well, thank you so much. All right, bye.